This is Kirsten Underwood for Wiregrass Channel 3. We're here in downtown Tifton at Tifton Drugs, where one of Tift County's former football players is here, and he is signing autographs, hanging out with the kids. It's a really great scene. I'm actually here with one of his former coaches, Mr. Doug Clements. Now, first of all, thank you so much for talking with us.
You're welcome.
Yes, tell us about Larry from school.
Larry Dean was a very special person. I coached him in the 9th grade when he came through the program, and he was an exceptional person, an exceptional athlete, and the coaches and I made the observation that we'd be seeing him on Sunday at that particular point, and it became very true, and he's a very, very hard-working individual and a very good person, in addition to being a great athlete.
So you actually remember the moment that you said that?
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. No doubt. When people like that come through your program and you're able to coach them, it's just an exceptional experience, and you can see it. You actually can see that kind of talent.
And I'm sure you've been following his career from Valdosta State now to the NFL. How proud are you?
Oh, absolutely. All of Tifton and Tift County is proud of him, and Tift County High School is proud of him. He's just a wonderful person and a wonderful athlete, no doubt about it.
Talk about him coming back to Tifton and doing this football camp that he's doing tomorrow. Talk about him being an influence for other kids.
Oh, absolutely. He's a great role model. He knows where he come from. He's come back to home, and he really does have the heart of this community in his heart. And he's done all he can to do what he can for the young kids, because when he come through, it was hard. It was tough for everybody at that particular time, and he's really, really made a name for himself and also for Tifton too.
Of course, we are here as Larry Dean, a former Tift County football player, now in the NFL. He is here at Tifton Drugs in downtown Tifton, signing autographs. And, of course, we're here with Miss Carol Ray. She is the owner of Tifton Drugs and a pharmacist. Miss Carol, how neat is it to have him come back and do this?
It is wonderful. We have always tried to support, because we do for the kids. We care about the kids in our community. They are the foundation of what we're going to have in the future. So we try every way we can. In fact, we do free children's vitamins for all the kids at no charge. And Larry asked, would we help again this year? And we told him we'd do anything we could to help raise school supplies. And this is one of the things we're trying to do.
Yeah, so he's done this more than just this year, right?
Yes, this is not his first year. He's come back every year and tried to give back to the community. He's always been a very caring person. We've known his family, and they're all very caring, very good family, and he's a good man.
Yeah. Talk about him being a role model for these kids.
The perfect role model. If you listen to him interview the kids, one of the first questions he asks is, how are your grades? Not only does he push sports, he pushes academics too, because you can't get anywhere in sports without the academics. So he is a great role model for these kids.
That's wonderful. And, of course, tomorrow is the football camp, another way to give kids something to do during the summer.
Right. And these kids need something to do in this area. They need to be out doing something. And when somebody as positive as Larry can come back to this community and do something that makes them feel important, that makes it even better.
That's great. And tell our viewers a little bit something about Tifton Drugs and what you guys are doing here.
Well, we're Tifton Drugs. We've only been here for a short while, but all of us worked at Guy's Drugs before it closed and sold out. And I opened Tifton Drugs back up. We work with the community with all the health fairs. We have the cheapest diabetic strips in town to help out our diabetic patients. We have free meters for them. We do free children's vitamins for the children. We have our own delivery vehicle. You have to see our Pillmobile. It's pretty crazy. You can't miss it. And we'll even deliver the vitamins to the daycare or to the parents at work, because the kids need that foundation, because a lot of them aren't getting 3 meals a day. So we figured a way that we could do to try to give back. And we're here. We're a full-service pharmacy. We'll do anything you need, and we'll be glad to service you. And we found out today we got voted Pharmacist of the Year and Reader's Choice, and we got pharmacists. So I'm humbled.
Awesome.
I'm very humble. So
that's amazing. Well, we thank you for everything you do for the community and for things like bringing Larry in here for all the kids.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming out today. Thanks.
We're here with Larry Dean at Tifton Drugs in downtown Tifton. Now, Larry, you play for the Minnesota Vikings. You're now in your 3rd year. Talk about coming back to Tifton and being able to do what you're doing for the community.
It's exciting for me. It's just a blessing just to be able to come back home and talk to the younger kids. And, they come up and give me dap, shake my hand, and speak to me and say, I saw you on TV in this game or that game. And, just knowing that I've walked some of the same halls that they walked and got taught by some of the same teachers. So it's just, it's important to me.
Yeah, and speaking of some of the same teachers and coaches, one of your coaches from back when you were in high school came, and he actually told me, he said, we talked about it one day after practice, and we said, he's going to make it. We're going to see him on Sunday. Right.
He never told me that until today, actually, because, coaches, they tend to ride you kind of hard. But that's what we all need at times, and like I say, Tift County, I've always had great coaches here. They've instilled a lot of good fundamentals in me, and coach speaking on me, that was just one of many that helped me along the way.
Yeah, and talk about the importance of having people in the community, whether it be a coach or a teacher, a civic leader, to be a role model for these kids.
I think it's very important, to have that person that you could look up to but also relate to, because a lot of times people speak on things that they have no mindset of. So, me, I'm from here, I'm from the community, and I've been around, so I know what's going on, and I still have a lot of people, kinfolks, siblings, nieces and nephews that's their ages and that's still around, so I can pretty much stay in the loop so I can stay on what's going on.
Yeah. Tell us about the Larry Dean Foundation and what you're doing with that.
Larry Dean 51 Foundation, it's going to be a mixture of things, but we're really targeting the youth. We're going to be doing like my camp, my football and cheer camp, the back to school rally where I give away school supplies. We probably add in some fundraisers and hopefully some field trips from here to come, maybe next summer. We're getting it up off the ground right now, so it's a lot to be discussed and, planned out.
Yeah, and here at Tifton Drugs, I know they gave you a box full of school supplies.
Right, at Tifton Drugs, Miss Carol and the staff, man, I love those ladies, man. I love them, and, we always do good business, and, they take me in as I'm one of their own, which I am. I'm a hometown kid, and it's just a blessing just to have people like that in your corner.
Yeah. Tell us about your camp tomorrow. What are some of the things the kids are going to learn?
They're basically going to learn the fundamentals of the game. We're going to try to get them coached up. I'm going to have a lot of guys coming down, so we're going to just try to get them coached up and also just get them enthused about the game of football, and put some of those fears to doubt or, any question that they have raised, we're going to get those answers to the best of our ability, and then also the same with the cheerleaders. Jennifer Dean will be heading that for me, and she's going to do the same thing.
That's great. And when you were little, is it something you always wanted to do, was to play in the NFL?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. I mean, I see a lot of guys now, even some behind the camera right now, but they know, like, for as long as they can remember, I can remember, I've always wanted to play the game of football, and everybody, just with hard work and dedication, this is where it gets you.
Now, if people want to find out more information about the Larry Dean Foundation and about what you're doing, how can they find out?
I have a Facebook page, the Larry Dean Foundation, and I also have an Instagram page, the Larry Dean Foundation. So we try to keep everything updated to the best of our ability with, current issues and whatnot, what's going on in current events, so definitely stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and to end up things, tell us about, of course, this is going to be your third season in the NFL, the Vikings. What can you tell us about this upcoming season?
It's going to be a good season. I'm looking forward to it. We had a good OTAs and mini camps. We just finished that up a couple of days ago, and we were putting in a lot of good work, doing a lot of team chemistry and just bonding and stuff. So everything's looking pretty good. We have an optimistic outlook on the season to come.
Well, go Vikings, and thank you so much, Larry.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.